Good morning. A little bit after 10 o'clock on Thursday. Kind of an unusual time for me to pop in on you. I'm going to turn some light on. It's a little overcast in South Carolina today, so it's a little dark in here. I'm Diane Pruitt. I'm the proprietor and the authorized Rethunk Junk retailer here at Two Girls Treasure in Florence, South Carolina. Yesterday afternoon, I'm hopeful that you were able to join us on the Rethunk Junk main page for a demonstration of the brand new RTJ Finishes countertop and backsplash paint. That's courtesy of Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura. It all comes out of the same amazing research and development lab headed up by the fabulous Tom Whitlow. And while we loved this product yesterday, I felt like we may have missed some of the information we needed to share, and we may need to do a little extra here. Now I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This was our inspiration. I absolutely love a beautiful, rich, thickly veined marble. This is what we did. Inspiration, reality. Might not look like exactly what you expected. It looks a little bit different in person. I did do some follow-up photographs, and what I want to do today is a do-over. Do you mind if I do a do-over? This is completely dry, and while I love that Taylor and Melanie and myself, all three worked on this piece, we went overboard. We are so extra when it comes to doing a project. I'm going to move absolutely all of the extraneous products that we used yesterday afternoon off this table, and I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm going to take, this is the kit. This is the RTJ Countertop and Backsplash Paint Kit. This comes complete with your paint, your clear coat, 2 paint brushes, instructions, which are kind of important, gloves so you don't get it on your hands even though it washes right off, and 2 cleaners, one for weekly use and one for daily use. We haven't gotten that far yet. We created this look by utilizing the parchment color, and we did 1/2 of this work table. Now I'm going to unlock this wheel so I don't rip my fingers off, and I'm going to turn it around so that you can see really well under the camera. It does kind of look cool. It really does look kind of cool. You might not like it. We did. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shake this parchment up. I'm going to grab my prep, which I know is right here under my fingertips because I use it all the time. There it is. Here's my prep. Here's my cleaning rag. I'm going to spray this. There we go. My little continuous mister bottle. I'm going to take my scrubby sponge, my sanding sponge that came in the kit also, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to scrub this side. I'm not going to touch this side. I'm going to let it be. We have a birthday party coming up on June 3rd. So I have the 30 days cure time I need for this table. Now I've got some spots right here where we got the paint and the sealant on this side of the table. I'm gonna tell you something, that's kind of hard to get off of there. Thank goodness I've got a thumbnail left. I'm just gonna scuff those areas a little bit extra. This is a laminate top work table. It is not different than your laminate top counters if you have them at home. Now, you've met my husband before on these videos, and we've been doing a lot of renovation work at the house, cleaning up, changing things, moving things around. We call that renovating. Some people call that just organizing. That's a big renovation for us. But we have laminate countertops, and they're kind of beige colored, and they have a little bit of tone overtone to them. You know, the beige countertops that have a little bit of white blended in. They're cute, they're pretty, and they're very dated. I love you, Scott, but they're very dated. So I wanted to experiment with this paint on this workshop table for a couple different reasons. We use these tables all the time. I don't mean once in a while, I mean on a daily basis. These tables are covered with either inventory or paint projects. We use these tables. They're gonna get a lot of use and a lot of abuse, and it's really, really hard to keep them clean. So we're going to experiment with this table. And that's what this finish was yesterday. Well, our artistic interpretation of our finish, woo, this one's tough, might not have been exactly perfect. We had fun. We showed how to use the product. I failed to clean the lid before I closed it, so there we go. It'll open back up. It's Rethunk Junk paint, so you know if you don't clean that lip edge inside, you're gonna glue your paint shut. We're gonna keep going on this table. And I may take this parchment and I may lay some back in around this marbleization we did to soften it, tone it down a little bit, create a little bit gentler marbleization, if you will. I have my Wooster 2-inch shortcut. Let me tell you why. This paint washes off your brush with soap and water, just like Rethunk Junk regular paint does. Who knew? Who knew? We're all in the experimental stages of using this product because it's brand new. I'm gonna move the table so I can get to this whole side, and I'm going to bring it right up against that edge. Now, yesterday morning when I was getting ready for the live yesterday afternoon, I went ahead and I base coated parchment in 2 coats. I'm gonna be honest with you, I could have done that whole thing live. The paint dried very nicely, very quickly under the fan. Really, that's all I did was I finished painting and I threw the fan on it because I was worried that I wasn't gonna have enough time before the live at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon for this to dry completely. Well, guess what? I had plenty of time. I could have done the entire demonstration live and you would have seen what you're seeing right now. And that is the full application of this product on my surface. It goes on really smoothly. And I'll bring you in just a minute. I want you to see, and I wish you were here, but I want you to see what this very first coat looks like. Because it's weird. It's different. It is not the same texture or the same finish as the Rethunk Junk paint for furniture and cabinets. This is really a different look than any of our other products. I love a table on wheels, y'all. I'm even doing the edge because I want the edge to be, I want the edge finished just like the rest of the table. These are great workshop tables. They're laminate surface and steel framed. I couldn't have asked for better tables for our workshops here at Two Girls Treasure. And if you've ever been here and taken a workshop, you've worked on this particular table too. Let me bring you in on that one camera and let me increase the visibility so that you can really tell what that first coat of paint looks like. It's funny, y'all. Let me turn the table so you can get a better look. You can see the lighter areas, but can you see that it almost looks like it's separated? Little dots, little spots. I'll take a picture with my phone so that I can show you better in an image after I'm done with the live. It's the craziest looking finish in Rethunk Junk paint that I've seen. And I've painted a lot of things. But the coverage was absolutely amazing. Amazing. I'm gonna go in here, let me kick you back to both cameras, and I'm gonna move the table on down. Now this section, we went heavy, we went dark, we added glitter, we added pearl, we did all the things to this we could dream of doing. This is a really heavy veined piece of marble fake. It's a faux finish. That means it's not real. That means it's not gonna look real. That means I can come in here and go over it just like that. I have not used the cleaner on this. I have not prepped this. I'm just gonna paint over it. I want you to see that there should be no fear involved here. It might take me 2 coats to cover this dark because we used coastal gray on this. But watch, y'all. Even over the glitter, there it goes. So I'm gonna cover this over. Taylor, Mel, don't be mad at me. We can do this again. We can do this again and again and again, and we're not gonna lose anything from this. We're going to paint over it one more time, and we may or may not add the veining for the marbling to this. Now, my buddy just walked in and he needs to see where the insulation fell out of the ceiling yesterday. So I'm gonna continue to paint this side that we painted yesterday. I'm gonna let this dry under a fan, and I'll be back in 15 to 20 minutes because that's all the time this is gonna take to dry under the fan, and we're gonna go one more time. I want you to see this entire process, start to finish, uninterrupted. Y'all come back and join me. It is 10:34. I will see you at 11.